Tornadoes, like the one that went through Henryville last spring or Oklahoma this week, get all the headlines, but are extremely rare, especially in Michiana. Let's change our focus again, back down to southern Stark County into northern Pulaski County now. Compare that to straight-line wind, like the storms that rolled through Stark County last June that downed trees and radio towers. These are more frequent and affect more people in Michiana.
This is the part of the country that favors so-called squall lines and boeckos, and these are the types of thunderstorms that are most prolific in producing severe winds.
Storms that typically produce tornadoes called supercells are pretty rare in this part of the country.
It has a longer lifetime, it has a larger size, and one of the main characteristics exhibits rotation.
These cells start out west and are more isolated in nature, but things change as they move east.
Part of that evolution is basically these individual storms coming together to make a system, and then once they're organized into a system that can, say, span the entire length of Indiana.
The largest tornado's width rarely exceeds 1 mile. Most are far smaller than that. We have 10 rods here, all laid out. We'll say they each represent a mile, so we have 10 miles. That means a tornado in Michiana would rarely affect more than a mile, where straight line winds could affect 5, even 10, if not hundreds of miles. So why does Michiana see more severe straight line wind than tornadoes?
Part of this relates to where we are relative, say, to the Rocky Mountains and the Gulf of Mexico.
When it comes to storm development for Michiana, it's the right time and, more importantly, our right place in the country. Over the plains, you usually see those supercells that could produce tornadoes downwind of the Rocky Mountains in the right environment. Now, as systems move towards Michiana, they become more developed and mature, tapping into Gulf moisture, and we often see lines of storms that produce gusty straight line winds versus tornadoes produced by supercells. It's all broken down in our statistics for storm totals. Again, storm damage events, over 50% have been thunderstorm straight line wind versus just 4% for tornadoes over the past 30 years. Reporting for the ABC 57 First Warning Neighborhood Weather Team, I'm meteorologist Tom Coomes.